Ladies and gentlemen, WWE Raw is WWE Raw must-see television again. We're about to go over the top 7 hits from last night's WWE Raw. Won't keep you here for very long. If you're a wrestling fan, do this favor for me. If you're a wrestling fan, leave a thumbs up on this video. So, not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna hop right on into it. The first hit of the night, the Hurt Business is back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna let LeBron talk about this.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
About time, man. The fans wanted it. We kept asking for God knows how long. Why did they break up the Hurt Business? What was the reason? They were once the biggest and greatest thing on WWE Raw. Why would you break them up? Well, they're back now. He got involved. It was Big E versus Bobby Lashley at the beginning of the show. Match gets broken up by the Hurt Business and Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. And you know what? I would have preferred the Hurt Business to come back in a more dynamic, dominant fashion. However, I will take it because, darn it, they finally listened to the fans. We got the Hurt Business back. Business is booming. I cannot wait to see where it goes next. Next, on the second hit, we have Keith Bearcat Lee, ladies and gentlemen, honoring Bearcat right with this name. There was a lot of talk from a lot of people. Oh, why are they calling them Bearcat? I don't like Bearcat. You know what? Even before I found out that Keith Lee was honoring Bearcat right with this name, I dug it because Keith Bearcat Lee is a cool name. Like, I love it. And Keith Lee comes out growling like a menace, and it fits Keith Lee so well, man. Seth Rollins said that on the Steve Austin show this a couple of days ago when he became the slimy heel. He finally had a character that WWE invested in as a character. And I think this Bearcat thing is WWE investing into Keith Lee as a character, and I'm all for it. Whether it was Keith Lee coming up with the idea to honor Bearcat right, or it was WWE, whatever the case may be, I'm happy with it either way, and looks like he's going to be menacing. I kind of want him to stay either a face or a tweener because the crowd obviously loves the dude. But nevertheless, whether he's face tweener or heel, I think this can go far away, and I think they're finally on the right path of this playing Keith Lee in the right way. Moving on to the next hit of the night, Damian Priest versus Sheamus, and I gotta say, man, this was an awesome match. But why are we getting Extreme after Extreme Rules? Like that's my thing, man. Like, bruh, come on. With the Extreme Rules, we had a regular match, and like now we're bringing out the tables and the chairs. Nevertheless, it was an exciting matchup, ladies and gentlemen. A very physical matchup. Damian Priest picks up the win, and I gotta believe that this is the end of this feud, and one of these guys is going to go to SmackDown. My money is on Sheamus, but we'll see going forward. Next hit of the day, AJ Styles versus Matt Riddle. Now, I will say that I don't really like them getting thrown into random singles matches, like for no good reason. We already had this tag team thing kind of settled, and like it's now an AJ and Riddle and whatever 1,000th match for no reason. Nevertheless, they put on a banger, a free TV match banger last night that was very enjoyable, and well done, guys. AJ Styles, in his reversals and his counters in wrestling, he's the best I've ever seen in wrestling when it comes to reversals, when it comes to counters. He countered that floating throw beautifully, if I'm not mistaken, into a calf crusher. Job well done. A very enjoyable match. Way to go, guys. Moving on, we head to the next hit. Shayna Baszler, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it was Charlotte. It was Doudrop. Eva Marie gets involved. Charlotte wins. She takes out Eva Marie. Eva Marie is still standing in the ring. And here comes Shayna Baszler. Now, we cut back to last week. And Shayna Baszler viciously destroyed Nia Jax, sent her off, wrote her off, and I'm thinking, okay, we're getting heel Shayna Baszler from NXT, and now she takes out Eva Marie. the crowd erupts, goes crazy, and they're chanting one more time, break the arm, elbow, whatever again. Savage crowd out there. And now I'm thinking, is this a babyface turn or is this a face turn? Because if you ask me, there is money in a Shayna Baszler type Steve Austin arrive, raise hell, and leave gimmick for Shayna Baszler. There's money there because the crowd cheered it. The crowd would want to see it if she's tough and rough and rugged. Like, okay, I actually like where they are going now. I would like to see where it leads to. But if she's just gonna arrive, show up, break arms, or beat down people, there's money there. They can make something happen with that. Moving on to the next hit of the day, the main event. Big E versus Lashley, two big meaty men pumping meats. And this was, if you don't get that, that's a Big E reference. Nevertheless, this was a very fun matchup, like in a steel cage. They're going all out with WWE Raw to place importance on it. And I'll give them props for that. You know, it's one thing though that I hate. Like, you couldn't be giving this importance all the other times. Like, you wait till Monday Night Football to come to start placing importance on Raw. Nevertheless, I'll take what I can get. And this was an outstanding matchup. A super big ending, getting the win for Big E. And will this feud, well, obviously this feud won't continue, but I didn't expect it to end this soon. Nevertheless, a very fun matchup. We'll see where Big E goes, where the Hurt Business goes. And speaking of where Big E will go, the last hit of the day, Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. Drew McIntyre and Big E is going to be a hell of a feud. Don't get me wrong. If Drew McIntyre stays on Raw, that is, because the draft is coming up this Friday, it's going to be a hell of a feud, but can we get somebody else in the title match against Big E? Like, Drew McIntyre, what did he do? Why is he back to the front of the line already? Like, we just had him losing out in the world title to Bobby Lashley. Like, let's let Drew McIntyre do some other things outside of being in the world title contention again. And he can work his way back up. And like, no, I'm not feeling it. Nevertheless, the matchups will be outstanding. These are two premier big men in the game today. The new age big men that can fly around. And I know that they are going to have tremendous matchups. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the hits of WWE Raw. I gotta say, these last however many weeks, last couple of weeks, last 3 weeks, Raw has been very enjoyable. It has been. Like, here I am saying, every time I watch Raw, I always say for wrestling shows, just don't waste my time. And the last couple of weeks, the last few weeks, Raw hasn't wasted my time. I have not gotten to the second and third hour of Raw and thought, oh man, when is this gonna be over? Can we move on? I have not gotten to that point. And well done, WWE. I will be back next week. You gave me a reason to view next week. You gave me a reason to be excited for next week. And we'll see. Let me know all of your thoughts, whether that be on Twitter at 2SweetPod, number 2, SweetPod, or at Corey B. Elite. Your thoughts on WWE Raw. What was your hits for WWE Raw? Let me know.